Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and we're back here in Transport Fever in the Square England Let's Play series. And can you guess where we are? Well, if you look down the left hand side of the screen you can tell, and that lorry might give it away as well. Yeah, we're still in Thatcham, pretty much where we left off at the end of the last episode. I've moved on probably just a couple of months, that's about it. But when we ended the last episode there were a few routes and vehicles that came up as being, I'm sorry guys, but I'm far too old, I need replacing because I'm about to collapse, and maintenance costs and stuff going through the roof. So I've had a quick look around the map and there were a few routes that were in serious need of rejuvenating, 3 of which were actually here in Thatcham, and I thought we'd just start here to show off the modded vehicles. That's an odd arrangement. Oh, that is odd. Very odd. I didn't realise. I thought it was an ordinary bendy bus, which is the one that follows, I think. Not a couple of wagons tied together. Ah, cute. Yeah, you'll find all these on the Steam Workshop in my collection. If I just stop you for a second so I can have a quick poke at you. Yeah, and I think two of these, this one and that one, come from, is it Simon's Public Transports collection? He has a big collection of dozens of buses. Which are really rather good, and that's one of them. So yeah, and that's the other one. It's the new London Routemaster bus. Yeah, in an unusually green colour. It's got the you can't quite. If I turn this, actually, just for the sake of argument, if I put this into camera mode and get closer to it. I can't, it says hybrid there, I'm not quite sure what that logo says, but that is very much the Transport for London kind of logo, isn't it? I think I think it is anyway. Yeah, though that's obviously not their colour. So that's a really funky looking new bus, and it's got the doors at the rear and in the middle there, of course, though they're on the wrong side because Transport Fever doesn't support driving on the correct side of the road. But there you are, what can you do? Likewise, the depot there is a mod. It's actually a 1970s style bus depot, but I thought it sat quite well here in Thatcham. Anyway, the reason for changing these is because there was only 3 vehicles on there to start with. They're making a modest amount of money, but the most important thing was there are lots of passengers hanging around waiting at all of these stops to be picked up, so I thought we just need to refresh those, bring in some new vehicles. Look at that, that's quite a lot. I think previously they had on there, it's not going to tell me now, is it, buses which only carried about 16 people or so, so it just wasn't cutting the mustard, as we say. So that's those. Yeah, we've looked at those. Actually, we didn't have a proper look at the other one, did we? This one here. Now this is a proper bendy bus. I think they're used a lot more in Europe than they are in the UK. There are a few cities, including those closest to me, where you'll find occasional routes have them on, where they need a large capacity bus to go around, and double deckers don't quite cut the mustard. I've said that twice already, I'm going to stop. Right, the other one I wanted to look at was in Churchill, and that's the trams, again just because it's a new mod and they're always worth having a look at. The trams, they're odd. I've never really been terribly successful with trams, but they make a certain amount of money, so why not? And they're a nice easy way to get lots of passengers around a city. That's excellent. Now the rest of the video, what we're going to look at is some train routes, some freight routes, and also a little bit of tinkering with an airport. which we will get to a little bit later. Now the first route we're going to look at is, it's been around for a few years, 15 years already, which is the Plymouth to Kimpbury route. Now this was pretty much the last passenger route I put in, and I thought, just being a little bit of a devil, I would put these really funky fast trains on. I think they're Russian. It's not going to tell me, is it? I think they're Russian. The only trouble is they're actually very expensive to run, and there just aren't that many passengers that want to travel between Plymouth and Kimpbury. I mean, they're not great big cities, though oddly enough the route itself very nearly became profitable. It took quite a while. As you can see, losing 1.5–2 million a year. No, I would need to replace these with something more sensible, I think. So let's bring that back. Replacement. Now what we want, I don't think the route is electrified, so we can use an electrical multiple unit. What have we got in the newest collection? Ooh, yeah, really big, fast Shinkansens. No, I don't think so. 554. Now, some of these modders, they seem to get carried away, and I think that what they're doing there is just representing the actual number of passengers carried in the actual train in real life, which isn't quite how Transport Fever works. Now, you travel 100 miles an hour. So it's a little bit slower than these. So you see, he earned 1.07 million there. So it's actually briefly in profit, but it's only half full still. Where these could actually fill up pretty much. 108, that's on the same sort of scale. 220, no. 103, that's a bit better. A little slower and a good deal cheaper. What's the difference between that one and that one? Oh, National Express East Anglia. Oh, different franchise holder by the look of it for that particular route. Yeah, don't ask how British Network Rail, how British trains are organised. It's bonkers, basically. Well, we could use the Javelin. We've got them elsewhere. I'm going to use this one, the Greater Anglia, I think. Again, it's a modded vehicle, so always good to see those in play. And where are you? Where's the other one? Oh, they're both a long way from home. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on you while we're waiting for you to hit the station. The other ones I want to look at is over in Thiel, the Bristol hub, the freight here. I put some, it's largely to do with the way I play. Is I tend to put on lower capacity vehicles to start with, so I don't lose so much money up front, which does mean I then have to keep going back and upgrading them and adding capacity. That's what we need to do here. You may recall we have seen quite often flashing red lights at the top here to say that, for example, this food processing factory here needs to ship more goods, needs to ship more food. So we're going to increase capacity on that. But, this train's about to come in, so let's have a look at how we're going to change this Russian super high-speed train to a slightly more sedate East Anglian model. Well, the train isn't actually from East Anglia, it sort of runs over there on that part of our network. But come out of the tunnel, and why do they do that? You go to look at them and they disappear inside underground. Again, something I'm looking forward to in Transport Fever 2 is a proper underground model working process. Of course, there's been no mention of that so far in the development highlights videos or their blogs or anything, but we can hope that they've taken on board feedback on what we like to do with our game, which is run. Oh, well, you're short, aren't you? Oh, that actually sounded like a proper British Rail passenger door closing kind of noise. Oh, I like that. Oh, yeah, again, a great looking little model. So we'll let him disappear underground and we'll head off back to the Bristol hub. And the reason it might seem like I'm delaying talking about this end of the map, and I kind of am, because I happen to know that, because I played on a little bit after the end of the last episode, that come the turn of the year we get some useful new vehicles coming into production. See that red light's flashing again? Falmouth Food Processing. Okay, so we're going to need to deal with that. So what we'll do is I will just pan this forward a few days until we cross into the year. Then we'll see what delights we have that we can use to increase capacity and our profits. So as you can see, I'm still following that Bristol train. And here come the new goodies. That's what I'm looking at, this new container wagon. There's 2 of them, and we're going to be using them. I'll just pause the game there briefly. So what do we want to do? The Bristol Freight Bulk. What are you doing? Let's have a look. What are you doing? Oh, I'm looking for the yellow line. You're bringing the goods up from down below. Do we actually need to worry about you too much? Why have I highlighted you? Actually, I think we do, because we want to bring up more of these materials. So if we look at our main Grantham hub here, we've still got the bulk of all the steel's coming up here, but the planks aren't. They're staying down below to go to this machinery factory out here, which is fine, but the throughput isn't that great. So if we can increase the capacity of this Bristol train to bring the steel, the wood, the steel and the planks both up here, then we should be doing a better job. Yeah, we're getting the... Yeah. Do I really need to worry about that? That looks like it's doing a fair job, to be honest. Where's the capacity on that at the moment? Oh, I've got to add this up, haven't I? Bother. That's 80, 120, 144, thereabouts. Can we increase that? Can we increase that? So let's bring you up. Which loco are you actually at the moment? You've got a good power rating, so you're electric. The RE, I can't remember stuff. 482. Okay, it should be easy to spot because it's got a great big cargo written on the side. That's the one. Here's the SBB. SBB. Yep. Is there anything new that's turned up which we could use? We could, but no, let's stay with our faithful friend, our faithful servant. Come on, autosave. Doesn't take that long, does it? Really? Thank you. I wouldn't be without it, of course. Right, so we'll stick you in. So where are those lovely new wagons? Okay, there they are. Okay, so these take... I'm not quite sure why they've given you a range there, 31 to 34. They only travel at 75 miles an hour, which is what this does at the moment anyway, actually. Which is fine. That's fine. It is a long route, but taking a while getting there, as long as you're carrying enough, is good. Okay, so so what we had 140. So if we take 4 of these, that'll give us 120 thereabouts. So 5 of these will do. So let's mix these up. So we'll take a couple of you, take a couple of you, and 1 of you. 161. Oh. We'll stick another one on. See what that does. Okay. Down here, to 75 and replace all of those now. 22 million, gosh. Right, so which train is closest to actually coming into a station? Looks like you are. Carrying a few goods and food. It's amazing how far goods will travel in this game. I don't know quite how it works out the best, cheapest, most efficient route to get goods sorted. But some of them do take very long and convoluted routes. I mean, that's a lovely long train, isn't it? Which is what you like to see, rather than those sort of slightly oversized containers. So what's this going to look like when you change over? Very shortly, very soon. Oh, you are shorter. Okay. He's filling up. Good. A nice selection of containers as well. That's a reasonable length. Okay, I'm happy with that. Actually, while we're here, let's have a quick check of this one with the big containers. Are you actually making money? As a train, no. As a route, no. He might start. We shall see. Anyway, so that's the Bristol hub sorted out. The Thiel cargo bulk. Yeah, you're one of those I put in with too few wagons on, really. You've got the old style wagon on there. Are you? You've got a good rating, so I think we can replace you likewise. So what are you? You're the 218. Are you electric? I think you're diesel, aren't you? Yes. Of course, I'll shortly prove. No, there we are. 218 TB11A. Firks, what they are. Oh, you're not very powerful, though, are you? And how old are you? You're only 10 years old. But we're going to be putting more capacity on the back of you, so I think we need something with a bit more oomph. Not you. Could be the freight liners. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, and again, the freight wagons. So you just carry 13. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't want you anymore. You're too small. So we'll take a couple of those. Not all of them in that style. Let's again mix it up a little bit. Take 2 of you. That should do nicely. And we will replace you. Do we actually need 2 trains on there? How much is going to Thiel? Well, it's a fair amount actually. So we probably do. We probably do want another. All right. All right. Let's all pause this again. Let's just check. How can we get a train up there? Where the heck are my train depots? We've got a train depot there, which is for the passenger side of Thiel. I don't like. Yeah, I think we're going to have to get a new train brought up from down here. Okay, this is going to be fun. Now, can I remember which of these lines goes up there? It should be either of these first 2 depots. Let's take you. Okay, and it's a freight liner. You're down here somewhere. There you go. What are you? And we will stick some of these funky new containers on there. There was 4 of them, wasn't there? Yeah. Oh, this train can manage these, no trouble at all. Right, now, of course, I'm unlikely to be able to put you directly on that line. What does it say? Oh, it says it can. Oh, result. Oh, excellent. You're going to come out? It's going to take him a while to get up there. He's got to get through all these lights and switches and stuff. So, are you coming out? Oh, he is very slowly. Oh, well, we'll look at this one then. Ah, different colour wagon bases, whatever that's called. Doesn't look very big, does it? But it should work. Okay, now the other thing I want to do here is the food supply. I've lost it. There it is. Are we getting enough food coming from here? So Bristol food bulk. I don't think we are. Again, it's not a very old train, but the wagons are quite old and not very large. And you're only doing a mediocre job of that. So can we get better vehicles in there? Let's have a look at that. So there's the old HBI wagons. You are travelling quite fast, which is fair enough because this is quite a long route. No, it's not that long. It's quite long, but it's not the longest we've got, I'm sure. You're a 48. We don't want, sorry, 47. Yeah, 47. We don't want a 47 in there anymore. Let's go. Let's go for a 66, shall we? Should we use a blue one? What was the 47 like? Where are they? Are they still here? Oh, there you are. Yeah, you're not great in power terms. Nice and cheap, which is good, obviously. But well, you're cheaper because you're slower. That's fine, I think. Okay, and wagons. Now the good old. Where is he? He's down here somewhere. You, the HBI 13. Yeah. We could do with more than that. 12 is somewhat less, so 12 isn't really going to cut it. You carry 20. Actually, you're quite good. You're a really old wagon. You're a bit long as well. I don't like having trains that are that much longer than my platforms. We're going to be using the containers again. Oh, you carry food. Oh, you carry 24. That's good. I don't know what you look like. We'll try these, shall we? Yep, let's do that. What are we looking for in terms of capacity on this? Sorry about that. Phone went, as you possibly could tell. Annoying cold callers. I wasn't annoying them, they were annoying me, so yeah, less said about that the better. Yeah, sorry, what capacity? 180. So 24 times 8, 10. We could put 10 of these on there. That'd be good, wouldn't it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mix it up a little bit. Actually, let's mix it up a little bit more. Put you in there, and move you down there. No, you down there. You down there. Yeah, whatever. Actually, let's move you up a bit, just to make it more interesting, possibly. Okay, let's replace you. Ooh, it's not that expensive. Right. And all the vehicles, yep, they're being replaced. I'm getting that right now. I'm remembering to actually press the replace key on. Okay, these are going to take a while to get anywhere. Still fruit bulk. Yeah. You're fine actually. This one here, how are you? You could do with changing you as well, couldn't we, actually? Steel Farm Foods. Oh, these are properly old vehicles. That's how are we doing on that? They're nice and profitable. Carrying again 180 or so. I'm not sure if we've got vehicles that will replace. Okay, let's do you as well. So what are you? You're the I haven't seen a Bowery 132 for a while. They're amongst my favourites previously. Oops, sorry, messing around with the zoom there. Okay, again you're a diesel, I think. 132. Do we still want a 132? We could replace you, couldn't we? What are you guys like? 2,000. You're not well, you might do, but we might be putting different freight wagons on the back of you. So, ooh, they're reasonably modern trains. They look a bit weird. Not quite as weird as these ones, though. Yeah, but you're just not powerful enough, are you? That's the trouble, chaps. Nor are you. We're going to end up with a freight line or something. We could take one of you guys. A 58. We haven't put a 58 into service for a little while, have we? They're nicely powerful. A bit more powerful than that one. Yep, we'll do that. Put a 58 on there. And what freight wagons have we got which can carry grain or livestock? Okay, so the containers obviously can carry grain, but they're not so good with livestock. We're using the naffy there, aren't we? A little bit of a cheat. Little bit of a cheat. We could we mix up? What else can take livestock? You can take livestock. You can take 12. So can you take 13? But 1970, they're so old, these wagons. Okay. What are we carrying at the moment? Mostly livestock. We can probably switch that around, can't we? There's no harm in that. Switching that around, so where was the one that carried 13? I saw one, didn't I? That carried 13 livestock? I'm sure I did. That was you. So if we stick a couple of you on there, and then 10 of these for the wheat. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay, and you're still within a sensible length, 278. Okay, let's replace them then. That's the individual train. 40 million, gosh. Although, yeah, the other ones were very old, weren't they? So, it's hardly surprising. So again, new trains. Everywhere's in the middle of nowhere. That's the trouble. Ah, apart from you. Lovely throaty diesel there, excellent. Love the sound work. And once you've deposited all your goodies, you turn into one of those. So that's what a newfangled Zuckerfahrtein, which means something intelligible in German, which is good. And you still have a good performance rating. Right, we like you. Were you full? Oh, you're not full. Oh, because you're carrying food up rather than back, aren't you? And our other train here. Oh, he is too... Oh, they're too long for the platform. Bother. Oh, you're 3... You are 320. Did I... 395. Ow. That is somewhat annoying. Oh, have you got a wait till full on here? I don't want you. Nor you. I want the train line. Oh, you have got to wait till full. Don't think we need that. But what we will do, I'm afraid we're going to cut you down. I'm sorry, I'm just not happy with having trains that long. It's silly, I know, but that's... So we'll take one of you out. I will take one of you out. Actually, we can probably take two of you out. 320. There's a slight issue here, the fact that the platforms, stations are always measured in meters. But you can change the measurement for your vehicles, so I'm using imperial proper measures. So yards, so they don't quite equate. There's a bit of mass if you wanted to. I gained some money by doing that. That's cool. Okay, right. And the other thing we want to do out here is airports. Now, we do have two profitable... He said that. The last time I looked, there were two profitable air routes out here. The Kimpbury to Whitchurch line. Yeah, a nice $1 million plus every year, which is good. And another one from Coventry down here, which equally, well, 2 million in good times anyway. Yeah, so I've upgraded both the local, the sort of south side of the map airports to modern, i.e. they've actually got concrete, tarmac, whatever that is, runways. But I hadn't done the one in Whitchurch, which connects the two up, because all sorts of issues with slope here. So if I try to change, even just changing it to modern style, it doesn't like it. Let alone put in two terminals, which it really ought to have two terminals, seeing as there are two routes coming in here. Now I think, let me just speed this up a little bit, let's get these planes out of the way. Why did I come here when there were planes busy, and planes take so long to taxi in here? Let's get you dealt with, come on. Right, again, I will fast forward this a little bit and we'll come back when the planes have cleared the decks. Right, and oddly enough, we're still waiting for the aeroplanes to get out of the way. Another year has passed and there's a modest selection of new trains and train wagons to use. Oh, and some new lorries or trucks. Wow. Right, yeah, we'll just keep on going, waiting for this craft to get out of the way. I think we should be clear now, because there's only two on that, because that's a smaller... Because I can't upgrade it, I need to delete it, but I can't. If there's a train in the... plane on the ground, can I tell you to just go away? Go to Kimpbury. Let's see if that helps. I'm just hoping that there's no jet coming in from Coventry about to land. So just keep ready, keep finger poised on the trigger, and he's gone. Go. Right, I'm deleting that because I'm fairly certain, because I must admit I've kind of cheated, I've played around a little bit, and it is possible just about to get a modern airport in here. But to do that I do need to delete some stuff, I think. Actually, if we smooth this out a little bit as well. I don't know if that helps much, but it looks a bit prettier at least. I mean, the other issue we've got is that they're all coming in from this direction here, and we are in the very bottom of a valley here, so the planes tend to, I don't think they can go through the mountains anymore, but they tend to actually skim along the tops of the hills and fly about 3 meters or 3 yards or whatever above the actual road and rail. So it's a little disconcerting for your average vehicle. We want a modern one, and I would like 2 terminals, please. The issue is can we get that in close enough so it picks up the old airport name, which makes my life a little bit easier. I don't not worry about demolishing buildings. I just want you to fit in here. I'm fairly certain it can be done. If I spin it right around, spin me right round, baby, spin me right round like a record, is it easier? Did that? Oh, it did. Could do it that way. Or there. Gotcha. If I get rid of that road, can I get it in closer so it keeps the same name? I'm willing to do that. It's a little bit that's very cheap, less than $1 million for a brand new airport. We've taken it, thank you. And it's still got the same name. Oh, that makes my life a whole lot easier. Excellent. Right, a little bit of smoothing. That should let you carry on flying. I don't even need to reroute you because the airport has not changed its name. I can see lots of new passengers turning up. It's quite impressive that both the Coventry and Kintbury flights are still profitable, considering there are ways, a little bit long-winded, to get across the river here. I mean, that's the main reason why the airlines work, is because they're crossing to a totally different part of the map which isn't normally connected. Oh, the sawmills are having trouble. Well, I'm not going to worry about those today. Right, let's see. Did I want to do... Oh, yes, I was going to look at the actual airlines themselves. The Kintbury route here is reasonably profitable, but there aren't that many people... 112 for the other one. There aren't that many people waiting at either end. 23, that's a modest amount. And what planes have we got? We've got these wonderful de Havillands, 20 years old. Oh, I can still replace... I can replace them, so that train, that plane is still flying, so we could use you, because you're nice and cheap. 2 million a year. This is the one. Less than $500,000 a year. 15 passengers. Oh, these are really nice, colourful ones, aren't they? They do carry a lot more passengers. They go a lot faster, so they're a lot more expensive. 37. We don't really need that. I think the Lufthansa is the one we've got on the other route. We'll check that in a moment. Greek islands. That'd be nice, but no, doesn't really work for me here. The Airbus. Gosh. No, these are just too expensive and too big, I think. Really, I think the de Havilland still cuts it. Well, that's the Russian one. 38 passengers, yeah, 2 million. Concorde, I'd really like to have Concorde flying, but the map, I tried it once, and the map just isn't big enough to support it, I think. I know. Okay, we'll keep you. We'll just replace you chaps with... Oh, autosave, hello again. Right, which must mean we're kind of nearing the end of my time for this episode. Okay, so we'll replace you. And the north-south. Actually, how many people do we have flying in from Coventry? 7. Mind you, those 3 planes we initially saw have probably just picked up from Coventry, so there aren't that many left there. They're busy. And that is the Boeing 737H. Oh, I thought it was where you down here, but it's not, is it? It's not. No, you are a Lufthansa. I knew you were. And you're carrying 21. You carry 31. And how much are you costing? How much are you costing me? 119. So these would be more expensive. They don't travel any faster though. So again, that's the question, isn't it? An Airbus? You're too big and expensive, you guys. No, again, the Russian is too fast. Let's go for this new Lufthansa. So we'll keep it at the same airline, the same livery at least, but we'll use the upgraded aeroplane. 180 people on an aeroplane. Not in this game, my friend. Okay, so let's stick you on there, and hopefully you will make money. Let's replace all of you. There you go, only 19 million. Wow. Actually, I wanted to keep the line in view so I could just check where all the planes are. So you're coming into Coventry? Yes, you are, so we should see you change over. And that'll be kind of a nice point at which to... Oh, and there's... You're just taking off, presume. No? No, you're coming into land as well. You have to fight over these 7 passengers. Oops. Oh, these planes, they're just so slow. Oh yeah, more vehicles. Road vehicles to deal with. Upgrade. How much money did you make for me? None at all. Oh. You don't look that different. Okay, you look a good deal cleaner. But apart from that, it's pretty much the same aircraft, isn't it? Yes. Oh well, there you are, that's it. So we should have an aircraft flying in. So that's how we will finish this episode. Thank you very much for joining me today. A bit of a fixing up one. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the new vehicles that we've shown off as part of this. And I will see you again shortly in a few days' time for the next episode. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, it'd be great if you just give it a little bit of a thumbs up. If you liked it, it'd be wonderful. Even better if you've got any ideas, thoughts, suggestions, criticisms, anything to say at all about what we're doing here, just drop them out into the comments box below. It'll be very much appreciated. And of course, if you've not done so already, please do subscribe to the channel, and that way you'll know when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. 3 aircraft on the same airport. Not very good spacing, is it? Oh well. So, while he flies off in that direction, I'll fly off in this one. Say goodbye for now, and I'll see you again soon. But until then, cheerio!